Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, I had two people actually mention this mod to me because I looked at the Eyes of Beauty. Let's see. One was various visuals and the other was Dova Girl. Both mentioned IridumBeauty, and they said that they use this and they like this better. And it is bigger. It is a bigger mod. Whoa, did I shout? For me, that was loud. Okay, anyway, it is a bigger mod. It's almost 45 megabytes. That doesn't mean it's bad. If you used the Eyes of Beauty, make sure you remove it. I wasn't using that. I was using natural eyes. So this gives you, let me see. The problem with eyes is that, let me see if I can explain this right. The problem with eyes is that they're small, so they really have to be bright and look really good to be noticeable. Most of the times, we don't really notice them. That's why I haven't been using like a big eye mod or anything like that, because you're putting a lot of space and effort into something that doesn't show up very much. Now, it can show up at times, depending on what you're doing, if you're taking pictures of your character's face and that sort of thing. So I understand that. Anyway, let's read the words. The words here. It says it has 400 eye textures and retextures. These are new textures for all man and mer races. Now, I tested a little bit and I didn't see 400, but I didn't go through every race and every person, so probably you have to go through all of them to look and see all the eyes. I just went through some eyes. Let's see. All the credit goes to LogRaam and Halendia. Let's see who ported this. Mr. Paisley ported this. Like I said, it's under 45 megabytes. There's not a lot else to read here. It's because it's eyes, though. We all know how to get to the eyes, right? So let's hop out and let's load up. We're going to load Hope up. And we'll just take a look at her eyes first. And then maybe we'll use, since she's in the cheat room, maybe we'll use the character editor to do more than just look at her eyes the way they are right now. So let's look at this first. This is just going to show the eye options that she has as a Nord right now. Let's go to her eyes. Now hopefully, now I turned off, this is something that drives me crazy, lifelike idles. Just like without some sort of idle, your character will spin due to the TBBP animations, or is it XP3? Well, whichever one does it, sets up the spinning. Anyway, whichever mod causes the spinning. To prevent that, you have to have a different idle down below. And lifelike animation, she keeps putting her hand up in her face and jerking her head around. I couldn't see her eyes as well as I wanted, so I turned it off and I went back to Fiona idles. And I'll probably just keep that for a while. So anyway, with that little explanation out of the way, let's try to look at some of these eye colors. Now there's a lot of eye variations here, okay? There's not 400, but there is a lot. So I'm just going to go all the way to the beginning. And there are, if you just look and watch it change, there's a lot of variations. Some are better and more noticeable than others. I'm hoping this will show up good on the video. You know, you might have to look at it full screen to see even most of what I'm seeing. I think this is definitely a better eye mod, and it does give you more variation on your eye colors and things like that. I really appreciate that myself. I like having the different variation. Some of these are slight variations and they're not going to show up significantly different. But some are very bold. Like those are going to show up pretty good. You know, those are going to show up. The bloodshot's going to show up somewhat. There's some really good. I like that. I like those. Those are kind of purplish. But I think they give you 2 shades here. These two, the differences in these may be in the pupil or the shade. It's just not a significant difference. There's really, I'm not trying to be overly critical. It's a waste of space because I'm never going to be able to see that much difference without zooming in on their eyeball. And that's something I'm not really going to do in the game. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, from a practical standpoint. And some of these eyes have a lot of eyelashes, and I don't know what that's about. But I like those purple eyes, though. I do. I like those green eyes right there. Those are nice. Now, my eyes are getting a little tired myself, so you may see some of this better than I do right now. When my eyes get tired and I'm just staring at something, then it's, now there. How is that? Look at that. That's pretty bold. That's going to stand out, but it also looks a little off. Yeah, I think that is off. I think those eyes are misplaced a little bit. Yep, you can see under them. So those eyes are a little off. Now, I have this eye mod in the same place I put every eye mod, so I don't think there's anything wrong with the placement of the mod. I think you notice all the other eyes are good. I think it's just this one set of eyes is wrong. Now these, I like the blue and I like that. I think those are cool. Now there appear to be 2 different versions of this glowy blue, and I can't tell the difference between the 2, so I don't know why it's there twice. Again, not really complaining, just mentioning this. I'm not sure. Overall, I agree that this is definitely a better eye mod, and it does give me some options. So really, look at that. I mean, that's got a lot of eyelashes, doesn't it? It's a lot of eyelashes. But anyway, some of these really stand out in a really good way. You could drop all these that have the super bushy eyebrows, or eyelashes, I mean, because I'm probably not going to use those. Because that just doesn't, well, I don't know. It just looks wrong when you have that much eyelash sticking out of your face. It just doesn't look right. See, that's more normal. Maybe you're thinking that's good for somebody, though, and maybe it is for another race. Maybe it's not good for Nords. But these are some excellent eyes, though. Look at that; those are nice. So I really like the mod, even with the minor things I mentioned. It is a much bigger eye mod than I'm used to using, but it gives me so much variety. And I could go back, I could give Cage these glowing blue eyes, which I think would be cool. Or I could give him some red, mean looking eyes. And stuff like that. I'm just looking, at different things. Or Hope could have purple eyes. See those? Those are nice. And I don't know the difference in the different purple ones, though. And, so I don't know why we have those. Again, not a complaint, more of a question. I like the green and the purple on her. I'm going to leave those for her right now. Okay, now we didn't look at any of the other races, and I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I'm going to do a quick save. Actually, I'll probably do a real save just in case. Now we're gonna go back, and we're gonna do the open race menu. Okay, so let's do the open race menu. Okay, we're gonna change her to something different. Let's try an orc, for instance, and let's see if the eyes change or if it's the same. Because they said over 400 eyes. Now, we didn't go through 400 eyes with Hope right there in the past, minute. That did not happen. So, let's just switch here to eyes. Okay, I'm not sure if she has different eyes or not, but she might have different eye options. I just tried the orc out on a whim. Don't worry about. There's no special reason. There was no special reason for that. Let's go up this way. She was about in the middle. Let's see what we got out this side. Trying to see if there's any significant differences. I think the orc eyes are different, so I think there is a difference. Can I get bigger? Ah, we made bigger eyes. That's better. Yeah, I think the orc eyes are different, so that's part of where they're getting that. These are all different. Orc eyes are, it's like they don't have the white part of the eyeball. Interesting. That's pretty cool. That should be opened up for all races. That would be cool. Oh, now they have the more human looking eyes with the whites. But all of their eyes don't have whites. See, a lot of those are just colors with no whites. No whites of the eye. And then you get down here, and they go back to having whites of the eye. Interesting. I'm okay with that. Let's go to a red guard. Now, she's probably going to have the same... I bet all the humans are going to have the same basic eyes, don't you think? Probably not anything significantly different. I think the cats, yeah, these look like they're basically the same. The cats, the orcs, the lizards, I think they're going to have different eyes. It looks like she has the same eyes that we found with Hope. Yeah, she's got the same ones, the same order, everything. So that's cool. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Will the elves have different eyes? Let's check and see. She's got big eyes. That'll work for our purposes. Big eyes help. So the elves... Well, the elven eyes are a bit different also. They're not exactly like the orc eyes, but they're not exactly like the human eyes either. Now that's similar to human eyes. Some of these are, but then some of these are not. Some of these are their own thing. At least I believe they are. Either that or they're just stretched out, and it makes them look different enough that I'm fooled. Which could be. Now some of these, these are basically human eyes, just different shape or size. So maybe most of this is the same. Okay. Anyway, she's really... I should have got Vera. Vera has big eyes. I should have got Vera here. Anyway. So, let's try the Khajiit. I imagine the kitty eyes should be different, right? Yeah, it looks like the kitty eyes do have different things. You may not have as many options though. If you notice, we're ticking through these pretty fast. But the options you have are nice. All the colors look good. Yeah, I think those are nice. Okay. I don't think it's going to change for the humans, so I'm not going to go through any more humans. I'm going to let her load for a moment, but I don't think it's going to be any different. I'm going to go to the high elf, and this is probably going to be the last elf I check. Maybe I should check the dark elf instead. Choices, right? Okay, let's try to give her the big eye shape. That's both of those are pretty big eye shapes. Oh, that's kind of tiny. Let's just do that. That'll be fine. I think she's going to have... It looks like she has the same eyes as the other elf. Let's go this way. See if we can tell much difference. Now, I know I'm whipping through these pretty fast, so... But you can see these are the same eyes that we had on the wood elf. Yeah, here we go. We're still on the same. Yeah, okay. So maybe divided out between all the races and all the different ones, there are 400 different eyes, but But no one race seems to have 400 different eyes, and I'm not surprised. I don't think we need to look at those. We need to look at the Argonians. Let's see what they did for their eyes. Did they do anything? What are we looking at here? Is this... You know, I don't play an Argonian enough. I don't play a Gajit enough to know for sure. I'm assuming that they have given us some nice colors here. These eyes look pretty good. Can we get bigger eyes? That's a pretty bigger eye. And you got good colors. You just don't have as much, but you do have some good colors here. So I think that pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's too much more to see, but I will tell you that these eyes... There we go. These eyes look a lot nicer than the other eyes I was using or the other eyes I've tried. Hope. Oh, we'll just leave her alone anyway. So, let's see. To see them though, see, most of the times we don't see that closely. See, you have to get pretty close to be able to see their eyes. But there you go. That's not too bad. So anyway, let me show you the mod. And it's IridumBeauty. I thought it was Iridium, and I thought everybody had misspelled it but me, because I think I know it all. No, not really. But oh man, I just hit every button there. But anyway, I thought it was Iridium because I just assumed it was a mistaken spelling, but no, it's IridumBeauty. There is no Iridium. So let's get down here and let me show you that. So it's really IridumBeauty by LogRaam and Halendia, and it's under 45 megabytes, so it should be pretty good. They look pretty nice. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.